And pretty much anything that you need on any good Some of the key takeaways that we got from the last think tank was, I think the branding itself was a little bit confusing because our main business is APICKLE.
Like who we're targeting?
Yeah, because I mean we've already got the restructuring, right? That's what we do on a daily basis. Like we do debt restructuring, right? We do in the insolvency space, and the brand itself, APICKLE, has obviously got some traction, as we all know, in the marketplace, especially with insolvency practitioners and everyone that we deal with. But if we're calling the AI platform APICKLE AI, well then it's just confusing. So the brand wasn't really reflecting on what the actual business model does. So we've decided to change the name and call it DILLANAI. Why is it Dillan? Because we are a big deal, DILL, for small businesses, and we've always said that. If we sort of strip it all back, if it's Dillan by APICKLE, and Dillan is obviously our accounts receivable officer, it's just easy to understand. My nickname is Pickle Pete, and my alter ego.
They know you. They may not know your alter ego, which is that.
My alter ego is Dillan, and I must admit he's actually quite a good-looking bloke. He's got a great hairstyle, hasn't he, Richard? Has Dillan got a good hairstyle?
He looks like you and he's not.
He looks like maybe he is. It looks like he's got glasses and he's got a bald head.
He's got no hair. He's got no hair.
He's got a bum chin.
You just missing the horn at the side.
I'm missing the horn, yeah, okay.
It comes out.
Right.
It's Richard.
We started debt negotiating with the creditors, and we started removing those creditors off the directors' titles, then doing the usual finance, consolidating the debt, and here we are today, sort of 5-6 years on, and that's what we do on a daily basis. Now, why is that important? It's important because we have a lot of proprietary data. We know what the amount of negotiation took place, who the secured creditors are, where the businesses are in distress, all of that proprietary data. So it was only a matter of time before we started using a lot of that proprietary data and building out an AI platform to be able to help businesses make an effective decision moving forward. And that's really the genesis of Dillan. And so therefore he will become your AI accounts receivable officer. Every week, business owners lose 10 hours a week chasing money that they're already owed. And so the whole point of what we're building, and we're building AI that actually gives small businesses back that 10 hours. And that's what Dillan's going to do as your AI accounts receivable officer. That's the whole point. And it's pretty scary when not only is business tough enough as it is, but if you've got to start chasing invoices, and a conversation that you and I had the other day, for a business to understand whether or not it's the right customer to send a quote out to, they've got to go onto Equifax or Credit Watch. They've got to download a company score. You've got to be cognitive enough to be able to read through that company report, have a clear understanding of what all of this jargon means, and then go, well, you know, should I send a quote out to this particular customer? There's 2-3 hours that you've just wasted there alone. And then you've got to go on to Xero, then send an invoice out. I mean, no wonder businesses don't do it, and no wonder there's a lot of distress that's out there at the moment. Our platform does all of that for you. Do the search, send an invoice, collect if necessary, and even fund. Every business deserves to have an accounts receivable officer. The reason why they don't do it is because it's expensive, right? What's it going to cost? 120, 150K plus super and everything else? And if you're not going to do that, you're going to have an outsourced staff where you're going to have 3-4 people, for example, checking the quotes, sending out the invoices, making sure you get paid, making sure you collect. Carl, what do they cost? 3.5, 4 grand per person?
Oh, minimum, yeah.
How many have you got?
Plus the training.
Plus the training.
And you still have to subscribe to those platforms that have the different pieces of data.
Yeah, absolutely.
You land on Dillan. This is your chatbot. So this is where you ask to assess a company, to generate an invoice, to monitor a company.
Conversational credit intelligence. Like Dylan is telling you what to do. He's telling you whether or not to extend credit. Whether you should, whether you shouldn't, whether it should be cash on delivery, whether it should be 30, 60-day terms, and also the amount that you should be funding to based on the company's history, credit history.
Yeah, it's not just made up by the chatbot, so it goes through, looks at their payment history, their directors, their
Courts.
court filings, and essentially we have a risk engine which deterministically calculates whether they're going to be safe to extend an invoice to.
People will want cash quickly because of a cash flow, but the debt is not something they're going to have issues with, given its green rating and stuff.
Correct. So all the green ratings get pushed straight through. So we've actually done, so it's a good point because it means that we've done their credit decisioning for them. So therefore it should reflect on a couple of percentage points there.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
we've done your work for you.
Yeah, that might help quite a few clients.
Yeah, 100%. So this gives the monitoring for each member. Let them know exactly what's going on, the risk, the monitoring, the spend, the quick actions and things like that, the executed invoices. So it's quite detailed.
So how's our model going to do it? Your invoice says it hasn't been paid. What does the collections look like then?
Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah, good question. Do you want me to answer it?
Yeah.
So with collections, once if we've issued a 30-day term, then on the 30th day, then SMSs, emails start going out. It actually happens 10, 15 days prior. So there's a lot of those notifications and things like that. Obviously, being in the sector that we're in, being in the insolvency sector, we know how to issue personal guarantees, especially in respect to the quotes. When you send out the quote, part of the contract will actually have a personal guarantee. So whether that's a PPSR or an ALPAP and things like that, they can be easily registered. Depending on the big amounts, for example, if it's an invoice of 250, 300K, well then personal guarantee plus register a KVID against the director's home. So you need to be able to have that security, because the last thing that you want is obviously setting up a structure like this where we're unable to provide the service that we expect. So one, we've issued the invoice, but can we instruct the client to pay in a reasonable time set? And the answer to that is an overwhelming yes. So really it comes back down to, Dylan's going to check the customers before you've extended credit, send the invoices, follow up automatically, and obviously help businesses get paid. That's the purpose of an accounts receivable officer, right?
To show you as well, active monitoring. So within Dillan, you can ask it to monitor a company to see if the risk level changes. And so every day this will get updates.
Obviously the collections agencies that are out there, and a lot of the collections teams that we deal with, such as a lot of the lenders that we work with, they want to be able to go into Dylan, ask it a question, hey, I'm just about to extend credit to such and such company, is that okay? Absolutely not. Great, don't do it. And obviously they'll pay an enterprise fee on a monthly basis.
But they won't be paying those subscription fees to all those individual things or people to look into it to do that.
Yeah. One key point in respect to the members, so the individual members, let's call it a small business, if they're to go to Creditor Watch and download a company credit score, it'll cost them $30. They can do two with us at $34 a month.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So they're already saving. They get 2 entities, 2 company monitored, Dylan conversational risk engine and daily monitoring alerts.
And that's just basic searches.
And they can send invoices as well via the platform. Response. Dylan has given you an executed response, but where's the human in the loop to be able to verify it? Because at the end of the day, and you guys are right, if we extend an invoice and Dylan has said yes, no problem, and that company goes bad, and that member then takes us to court, it's my license that's on the line. It's my ass that's on the line.
Hopefully your service claim is on there.
Yeah, so you need to make sure that there is a human in the loop.
If it comes back high risk, I've got the choice then as the business owner to say, actually, you know what, we're not going to extend risk to you. And the fact that I can do this while I'm live with the clients, and before I even have the client conversation, I can make the choice whether I'm going to offer invoice terms or not, is pretty damn cool.
The businesses that we deal with that are essentially in APICKLE, they've extended credit to the wrong company. If they use
with
this
whatever
to begin
it
with,
is that they do.
if they use this to begin with, then they wouldn't be in the predicament.
A lot
that
of
they're
them
in.
are.
So that's what
true.
comes down to.
That's true.
Can I check the company? Can I send out an invoice? Can I collect? And if I needed to go to Bunnings now and get equipment because I just want a quote, can I get funding on that invoice straight away? That in itself becomes a very holistic, sticky ecosystem where clients are going to want to pay every month a monthly membership for Dillan.
But if there's no incentive then for clients who are doing 100 searches a month, which are not going to be enterprise. So clients who are doing 50 searches a month, no one's getting any of the extra.
If you work out the numbers, the 1100 one, is that 1100, the enterprise?
The enterprise 1100, correct. So
1200 is it? And they've got 50 searches, is it? 80. So this gave me another idea right now. It's actually saved the cost for the business too. So because if the process for the business is to do a search for every single person, the purpose of this is, hey, you don't have to do a detailed search for all businesses. We are doing the first tier of search, tick, tick, makes sense. And maybe 80% of them, you can get away with $15 instead of spending $30.
Yeah.
And then maybe the last
Upgrade
20%.
option.
Yeah. No, I like it.
Do a $100 upgrade. Like, do an expensive, like high risk, like I said before, high risk. Either decline terms, or if you have to do terms or you're going to lose the relationship, pay the $100 just to confirm before you throw the relationship away, or accept a huge risk. Red is going to be a definite no. Amber is the one that's going to be 50-50. If it's an amber, I'm going to say, yeah, let's spend the extra money.
Yeah.
And pay to get a proper ASIC directorship search.
Yeah, that's fair.
Pay to get build-in stage 2, build in a automated SMS. So do the director search, get the directors, build in an SMS consent system, so all the directors get an SMS, respond yes, come back, do individual director searches if it's really high risk and it's a $200,000 invoice. But charge them for it, having it all together, and you've got the systems to do it. You've got the brains behind you to do it. Giving people the option that you'll do it for them in one simple place and manage it all and manage the consents. It's incredible.
You've hit the nail right on the head because it's removing the friction for businesses.
Yeah.
Check the quote, check the company, issue the invoice, collect and fund if you need it. That in itself becomes not only a contextually intelligent platform, but you're removing friction that allows business to get back that 10 hours that they waste every week. And that's the purpose of Dillan.
Meet DILLanAI. He's the AI Accounts Receivable Officer who checks customers before you extend your credit. He'll send invoices and follow up automatically to make sure your business is getting paid on time.
I think I'm mentally disturbed. Actually, you know what? I know I'm mentally disturbed because AI is such a big opportunity. The total addressable market for human intelligence is huge. There are a lot of businesses out there. People want intelligence. People want to be empowered, and I think that's just the problem that we're trying to solve. When it comes to what we're trying to achieve, the average small business wastes 10 hours a week chasing invoices that they've already been paid for. It's just not. It's not at scale, and it creates too much friction for the individual business. Now, why is that important? When it comes to a company that wants to get an understanding of whether or not they should extend a quote out to a particular business, they've got to go on to some of the bureaus, they've got to look at some of whether or not this company is a good company or a bad company. That takes time because you've got to know who that company is. And not only have you wasted a lot of time doing a bit of research, you've then got to go on to Xero, you've got to send an invoice. So for us, you know what, let's just create a platform that integrates all of that, where we can send the invoice, we can check the business, and more importantly, we can do the collection. And if you need some funding, we can do the funding as well. And that's what Dillan's all about. It's about giving time back to the average small business. And what is Dillan? Yep, I know I'm disturbed, but human intelligence is there. Businesses want to be empowered. And so that's what we're trying to achieve. So last month, the last time we did this video was about the launch. We're a week away from sending this business live. Hopefully we can achieve the goals. I think today was absolutely fantastic. It was a smaller group. We had some great friends and colleagues that were there today, and I think we got a lot more information because it was more personalised and it was coming from a, you know, an area of support and an area of care, but you know, the intelligence is there as well. So there's a lot of stuff that we got out, and hopefully, not hopefully, I suppose we are going to implement a lot of it, and really look forward to the future at hand. So hopefully you can come along for the journey with us.